Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a while.
Alright, so we are wanting to share with you guys our planning process for moving to the Philippines and what we've done along the way, what we still need to do.
Right. So I think we've done all kinds of stuff. So we were planning this like a few, I don't know, about a year ago. I think I think it was February 2022. We started the planning process to go to Philippines, and what we want to do is we want to share some of the things that that we had planned, and then some of the changes along the way. All right.
Yeah, so one day we were like sitting together and we started planning, and so we said what we were gonna do and we kind of wrote it out. So we'll go over it with you. So the first part was, what do you want to share?
Oh, whatever. You start.
Okay. So we said that we needed to do a bunch of things. Like we needed to first figure out like how we're gonna make money while we're overseas. So we said get an online job.
Yes, get an online job. And so at that time, I wasn't
fully ready for online.
Yeah, I wasn't fully ready for online yet. There had to be some stuff I needed to do. Had to take a couple of tests in order for me to be prepared, start on platforms and all that stuff.
Yeah, and so like we're fully vetted now with online, and so now all we have to do is get over there, make sure we have our VPN, and then we can make sure we get on at the right times so that we can work remotely. That's
correct. And so something that's on the back of my mind right now that I'm just gonna say is that Dee and I we've kind of like throughout our relationship, we've always kind of forecasted our future and planned for our future. Ever since we were 18 years old.
Yeah, we've always been planning.
We've always been planning.
5, 10, 20 years. We knew what we were doing.
Right.
How we could even like, the way we budget is like we budget down to the last penny. Like we know exactly where everything is, how much we're spending each month, what we're gonna do each month. We plan months, years in advance.
Yes. And so I think that something that's, I don't know if every other couple does it, but we sit down and we kind of sit and dream of the future. And the seed of going to Philippines was actually planted when we were, how old were you?
I was 18.
She was 18. She was 18 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can go into a little bit of a story time, but I think we were supposed to stay on topic. I know.
Okay, I guess that's another story.
That is another story.
That's another story.
Of like the seed planting.
You sure you don't want to go over it right now?
I mean, we can do like really quick. Really quick. Like
okay.
Super quick. Okay.
So, your version or my version? Go ahead, you go.
He took me to the Philippines when I was 18 years old, and I fell in love with the country. I did not want to come back to America, but we had already signed up for the military, so we had contracts that we were going into. It was during when the war was about to start, and so I told him, let's not go back to America. I want to stay here, and he said,
I said, we've already signed our contracts. At that time, actually, it was in, it just, 9/11 just happened. And they were allowing people to do the delay entry program, which means that you can sign up to join the military way in advance, as long as you have permission from your parents to sign and all that stuff. So, yes.
So we had a ship date.
We had a ship date already before we actually went to Philippines.
Yeah. And
so I said, no, we can't do that. We have to go back. And we've already signed up for the military. I don't want to,
so this plan,
leave an organization.
This plan is 20 years in the making.
Yes,
okay?
This is 20 years in the making.
It's not like something we just decided overnight.
Well, that's true. But I think there's different variations of this plan. We thought that it was going to be later on. And then something that kind of
push
fast forward,
yeah.
Right? The planning was we got out of the military. We are career military.
Yeah.
Both went to Command Sergeant Major School, passed it, but then life happens,
Yeah.
And when your kids say, you know, Papa, when are you gonna not be in the military anymore, right? You can only make up excuses so many times, you know.
Yeah, it was time to put our kids first,
Right.
for sure.
So February, so now that the seed was planted when we were 18 years old, but we started jotting things down February of 2002.
Yeah.
Right? D was deployed, and I came to a realization due to COVID that there was a lot of things that I missed out on with my kids, you know, and COVID allowed us to kind of
Spend more time
allowed
with
me
our
to spend more time with
children.
my kids, you know, the most.
I was deployed.
Yes, she was gone. She was off in deployment, but it gave me an opportunity to look at what I was missing out on, and that was my kids.
It kind of like changed our perspective on things.
Yes. So when she came back from her deployment, what's interesting is well, maybe we'll post a picture of actually the day that we sat down. I sat down, and
Oh, yeah.
I sat down. I think I was just writing down on a mirror. I don't know if you guys ever do this, but it's a good thing to write things out on the mirror, right, with a dry erase marker. But I just started writing things down on a dry erase marker, like what it would look like. And that's the planning process started then, and that's what we would like to go over today, and then maybe some of the changes along the way.
Right. So some of the first things we were thinking about is making sure we had an online job. The second thing we want to make sure was we didn't want to leave before the school year had ended.
Right. That's exactly.
So the kids are gonna finish their classes, and then we could see like move in the summer.
Correct.
Something else that was important was we were trying to figure out. Well, first of all, we need to make sure we have enough medications, different things that you can't get in Philippines or that we're not sure we can get.
Right.
We want to be like stockpiled up on the things that we need medically, and also we want to make sure we got a GoPro. We want to make sure we had all the tech because tech is really expensive in the Philippines, and so we just kind of want to like take it with us. And then we were talking about like, you know, citizenship and